Peace is no longer a white dove with an olive branch like in fairy tales. As children, we know that peace means to behave ourselves and help everyone.
Adults are not always right. Therefore, children should take the lead and spread the word against hatred and in favor of equality.
Peace is something you have to take good care of. Peace is something that can easily be destroyed. It's not stable. It's not constant without work.
Most of our parents are nationalists, and they don't allow us to hang out with children of different religions. I ask myself why it isn't possible that everybody in this country respects each other like we do in these camps.
2009, the United Nations Year for Reconciliation. Yet still at the end of this first decade of the new millennium, tens of thousands of children are still devastatingly affected by armed conflict every day. Since the late 1940s, the international community has recognised the need to protect the most vulnerable in times of conflict. 2009 marks 60 years of the Geneva Convention and 20 years since the Convention of the Rights of the Child, where children's rights to survival and development, protection and participation clearly spell out the environment needed for children to fulfil their potential. Yet across World Vision's Middle East, Eastern European and Central Asia region, the gap between ratification and implementation of these conventions means that thousands of children have never known what it means to live in peace. From Bosnia-Herzegovina to Pakistan, the reminders of war are never too far away. In the immediate aftermath of violent conflict, World Vision creates child-friendly spaces, a safe place offering education and entertainment to children whose sense of routine and normal life has just been completely blown apart. Hundreds of children were assisted in child-friendly spaces in the Georgian capital Tbilisi inside collection centres which served as temporary shelters for families fleeing the conflict in South Ossetia.
თამაშობენ სულ რუსობანას, რომ მე რუსი ჯარისკაცი ვარ, მოვდივარ, უნდა მოკლა, სულ ავტომატობანას თამაშობენ. აი ამ საბავშვო კლუბმა ძალიან მოუხსნა სტრესი ჩვენ ბავშვებს. იმდენად დათრგუნეულები, შეშინებულები იყვნენ, რომ მეტი არ შეეცდოდა.
This spring in Gaza, groups of 25 children aged 4 to 6 years old were brought together for expressive arts, puppetry, music, dancing and relaxation. The goal? To help them overcome what they went through, to rehabilitate the children's psychosocial well-being. But this is only ever a beginning of a long, long road to recovery. What these children and so many millions of others need across the world is to live in peace and stability.
Many of the children just burst into tears when I started talking to them. The majority of children in Gaza are sad, and their families don't ask them about their feelings. Through me and the other animators, the children have an opportunity to talk and express themselves freely. We have a message for the parents of children in Gaza. Please take care of your children's feelings. Help them express themselves and let things out, especially after this recent offensive. Palestinian children are very marginalized. Also, for the teachers, please try to create a feeling of safety among children, not fear.
In countries where children live with the legacy of conflict, World Vision is working with youth to teach them about their rights, empowering them to participate fully in creating a different future for their troubled homelands. In Lebanon, a country that witnessed 17 years of bloody civil conflict and armed conflict in the summer of 2006, 360 children from World Vision Lebanon's Children's Council dedicate their time and energy to bring a culture of peace and diversity to their beloved Lebanon. By learning more about their rights and the lives of other children, these children are able to express what's important to them. They are the courageous pioneers for the future, despite their own painful experiences.
لما كنتوا فايقين بكونفوا انقصف الكونفوا؟
قصفونا صاروخين وقت ومات راح عالم وتصور كمان عالم. أنا مثلا عمو ألي سلامة توفى وطنط قلعت راشد في ناس تصوبت هيك.
أول شي بقول لغير ولاد حتى لو كان صوتهم مش مسموع أبدا، وعوا أول شي أهاليهم ويحكون عن هن كيف بدهم يحسوا إذا صار في حرب تيحسسوا أهلهم شو بده يكون.
عن التنوع، عن الاختلاف، عن التعايش مع بعض بالرغم من اختلاف الأديان أو الأجناس أو الألوان مشان نوقف من التعصب اللي عم بيصير.
In 2008, children from World Vision's peace clubs in Abkhazia stayed focused, celebrating a year of hard work, whilst the media focused on the unfolding conflict between Georgia and Russia. 1 year on, their work continues and they're more determined than ever to be a voice for peace.
I believe this peace club will give me a ticket to my life. For me and for my peers, we are taught how to communicate with people and how to reach compromises when the situation requires it. I think a lot depends on the youth. It's high time for the youth to help our parents in this peace process. We should support them and conduct campaigns to make everyone aware of how peace is important. I think these kinds of events advocate peace amongst us. It's like a push towards peace.
In Kosovo, where World Vision has its oldest peace club in the region, Kids for Peace, children and youth are also choosing reconciliation, following in the footsteps of a girl who was just 11 years old when she founded the club. Fatmira lost not only her home, but also her brother and her sister in the war. A decade has passed since that war ended, yet the isolation between the two communities is such that even now, children have little opportunity to interact. Kids for Peace provides this crucial opportunity, and there are now 350 children involved in 14 clubs across the country, engaging each other on how to make a different future.
By having more clubs, by having TV programs about peace, by using the internet to link more children to build peace, by visiting other places and communities, by posting billboards, by doing all these things we can achieve our dream of having a peaceful coexistence. More cooperation, more construction sites, more aid for the poor, to have free education, more jobs and no discrimination.
By telling other children about how to avoid conflict and by showing them with our own behavior, by learning more ourselves about it, then we will be able to make decisions against conflict and war. By starting now to build our skills to resolve differences by means other than conflict.
I also saw a